Boom! Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is Bananas Unpeeled. It is Monday morning here at Grayson Stadium. We are live on Facebook. We are recorded on YouTube, and we are on the podcast on Apple and Spotify. Hey, we are talking all things behind the scenes of the Savannah Bananas. We are 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks into the season now. We are going to get a little crazy today, as we usually do. We've got two of our superstar dance team members.
No, they're baseball players.
Oh, they're baseball players.
They are pitchers.
Okay,
they are top SEC pitchers.
I need to get the notes right then, because I was leading it in as they were all-star dancers that also played baseball. But we do want to introduce them as...
They actually started as baseball players.
Okay.
Yep.
So these are two of our stud pitchers on the mound. These guys come from the SEC. They're now in Savannah. They are legends on the mound. But we're going to hear a little bit of their story and why they've become kind of legends in the stands for our fans. What are you excited about for today's episode?
Oh, I'm pumped to talk to these guys because we're hearing from all of our fans about what they are doing on the field. Also, they're legends on the Segway because they've both entered games on the Segway, which blew up this week, the Segway.
Yes, the Segway blew up this week. If you didn't see it on Twitter,
ESPN, Barstool Sports.
Levitard Show is putting it out there. A lot of people saying that we are lazy.
Yes.
Which I don't understand that. In my opinion, we are saving people's legs because you pitch with your legs.
Yep.
Let's talk a little baseball here. Yep. You pitch with your legs, so you save your legs going into the on the field. I mean, in previous baseball history, whatever you want to call it.
Go there.
There was bullpen cart. I mean, people have done this before.
Not on Segways,
but
though.
not on Segways.
Yeah, it's strategic for us. Obviously, you said it rests them, and then the funny thing for me is someone comes also onto the field and takes the Segway off, which is great. But that blew up this week, and these guys have ridden the Segway onto games and have pitched for us and have danced. So we're excited to bring them on in a little bit.
So you'll hear from those guys today. Hey, let's talk a little bit about this past week, some of the crazy stories. You weren't here for a couple games. You kind of dodged out on us. That's okay. I understand.
Ouch. I previously booked engagement over a year and a half ago.
Here's the issue, folks. Jesse booked a speech in Georgia.
Thought it was close.
Didn't realize it was 6 hours away.
6.5 up the mountains.
6.5 hours away. Georgia's a larger state.
Didn't realize that.
Didn't make it back to the game that night.
Nope.
Not a big deal. But there were some really fun stories this week.
Yes.
And I don't know where you want to start, but let's kind of get back to what's the crazy stories that happened this week in Bananas.
Well, why don't we start? I mean, everyone notices us on social. And an unbelievable video that was produced by Ben Sheffield this past week, our director of film and production, on Mr. Willie. And I know a lot of the fans, Bananas fans, can connect with him. Been coming out to this ballpark for 70 years.
Yep.
Was out here in the 40s, and he interviewed with us back this spring, and his goal was to make it to opening night. He made it, and he's been to numerous games since then.
Yes.
Really touching story. I got a little bit emotional watching. I think a lot of fans did, and that's what we're about. So that film was released this week, had a big impact. I think thousands of views, but hundreds of comments as well.
I think for me on that video, and again, if you need to go back and watch it, you've got to watch it multiple times because there's little nuances in there that I think you would pick up if you watch it multiple times. And the thing that stood out to me is if you come to Grayson Stadium, and we kind of showed it in the film, that he has a specific seat that he has to get to every single night, and he didn't have that forever. And again, he came in the 40s and 50s when this stadium was segregated. This stadium was literally segregated, and he was forced to sit in left field. And now he has so much just enthusiasm and excitement for this game and for this stadium that he has so much pride to sit in that section where he was told he could never sit.
Yeah.
And I think that was a cool moment for me in realizing that that's why that seat is so important to him.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't his for a long time.
Yeah.
He was told he could never sit there, and now he can, and now he does, and that's the seat that we get him to every single night. And I think it's kind of a larger story because this is an opportunity for us to tell the greater Bananas fan base, if you've never been to a game, Mr. Willie's story.
Yeah.
Why is it important, I guess, in your mind, that we continue to tell these fan stories and these fan moments?
Well, everything we do is for our fans, and I think the experience, it's all about them. These games mean something for the fans, and their story needs to be told. They're the hero. We're just one that gets to put on a show and have fun at the ballpark and telling their stories, and the people that plan their whole summers around these games. And I think that's going to be something for our crew as we work on is, what other stories do the fans know that we don't know that we should tell? Because that's what it's all about. Again, it's not about us. Yeah. We're just the ones dressing up like idiots, having fun in here. We have all these costumes. We're in our studio. I mean, that's what we do. But it's about the fans. And I think it was a really cool, touching story, and proud to be a part of it. And then the same day, because I was gone. I was gone those Tuesday and Wednesday. Right. I saw Mr. Willie video. And then I saw the rain out video, yes. or what to do when it rains.
Yes.
I went from tearing up to laughing hysterically with them filming what to do when it rains and getting poured on. And we had a lot of rain so far this season. And I think... the show goes on, and they did a great job of showing that even when we did get games rained out, but the show kept going on in the pouring rain.
If any fan could just be in our office for 2 hours,
yes.
when a game is when there's rain in the forecast, if you could answer those questions and handle those 500 phone calls, you would be blown away by the amount of people who are asking, is the game still on? So Ben Sheffield, who is always behind the camera, gets in front of the camera, and now I told him that he probably should just put his camera down.
He's a great actor, very good actor. Yeah, you'll get to know him. Other moments. Let's go into some big moments.
One thing that I got to witness on Friday night was a guy, Vila Boita, from South Africa.
Good pronunciation.
It was a great pronunciation. Yes. Vili Boita came to his first ever baseball game on Friday night. So he's standing over on the third base side. I see him. I'm talking to the guy he came with, and he's sharing with me the story. He went to the Daytona 500. Now he's coming to a Bananas game, which he feels like the Bananas game is more important than the Daytona 500. And he's coming, and I text Shark, who's the PA guy and the music guy. I text him and say, let's welcome Vili Boita to his first ever Bananas game. He's from South Africa. First ever baseball game. Yeah. He's from South Africa. And so Shark gets on the microphone. Hey, Bananas fans, we want to give a big shout out. Vili Boita's here from South Africa. He's at his first ever baseball game. And you see this guy just start looking around.
How do they know?
How do we know? And then he just starts cheering. He's like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then he looks over and sees us, and then he starts waving because he knows that we had
what happened.
We had sent it up there to him.
Yeah.
But then I went over and talked to him, and he was like, this is incredible. I can't believe, I never knew that this would happen at a sporting event.
Yes.
Everyone cheering and screaming, and the music and the players. This is so amazing. And it was just a cool moment for me because we got to introduce somebody to their first ever baseball experience, and it was a Bananas game.
Yeah, because it's not a typical baseball experience.
Good luck going somewhere else.
Yeah. That's great. Now, especially on every night, we had someone from Germany on Friday night. We've had from the Netherlands earlier. So always let us know if you're coming from way out of the country. We want to recognize you because it's really, really cool. We did have a lot of other crazy things happen on Friday night, too.
Go ahead.
Well, we introduced the banana boat for the first time. Yes. And so if you saw it, unbelievable liability issue there. All right. It is. We have kids riding a banana boat with a golf cart doing donuts around the field. I think I was just bracing myself the whole time, but it worked out. Fans loved it. That was great. And then we made a mistake, I guess.
A snafu.
This was a challenge. All right. I don't know how. I saw this as it happened, and I lost it.
And you couldn't unsee it.
I couldn't unsee it ever again.
Set us up.
Every time we play the Making Bacon,
which is 97 times.
100, ridiculous amount of times. Of course, we dress up someone in a pig costume and have a sign that says, save the pigs, stop making bacon. And we play the Sarah McLachlan song, In the Arms of the Angel. That only makes sense.
Right.
Except when the person puts on the costume backwards.
Not the head, but the body part.
The body.
The head was on correctly. The body was on backwards.
Completely backwards. So picture the tail hanging in the front, which...
A larger tail.
Very large tail hanging in the front.
Where it was supposed to be in the back, but now it's in the front.
So all of a sudden, we start seeing all these people taking pictures of the pig mascot, and the guy comes down. He didn't realize it at the time. He goes, everyone was cheering. There were so many pictures. Oh, we knew what happened wrong. It was bad.
It was a sight to be hopefully unseen.
Never unseen. There's a picture someone took of it, and in the background, you see people's faces. Utter shock and disbelief. So we do make mistakes. That was really a tough thing to watch, but we did laugh for a while. So hopefully we didn't offend anyone. It was an honest mistake. The Making Bacon mascot Making Bacon pig will go back to being normal, hopefully.
A couple people saying, oh my gosh, how did I miss that? Nothing else mattered during that moment.
You miss things at our games. I mean, that's one that was a mistake. But also, we have a guy on a trampoline behind the fence and a yellow morph suit. Things happen at games. Some are intentional, some are unintentional.
I think for me, when those moments happen and we get together at the end of the night and we're sharing stories and sharing moments, and it just kind of came out because we don't see it. Like half of the staff doesn't see any of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then you and Elias get up there and like start telling the story, and Will gets up there and tells a story about how the kid came off and was totally just embarrassed.
He was distraught. He thought he was going to lose his job.
Crying because he put this pig costume on backwards with the tail hanging out.
He created a lot of humor.
We lost it.
Oh yeah.
We were all just like bent over laughing, imagining this, and then of course it shows up in all the pictures.
Now the pictures are everywhere of this pig. Yeah. And I remember Will hitting me right before. Jesse, I'm sorry. This is so inappropriate. I'm like, what? And I just started laughing. So we make mistakes, but it is what it is.
Let's get to know.
Yes.
These. Oh wait. Oh, hold on. Review of the week.
Review of the week. Don't forget that.
Had a really good review from Twitter this week. Again, we're always looking for the worst reviews because we're just so encouraged by them when people talk about us. So this came from at B_Forbes15, Brett Forbes. This was a tweet that he quoted of us on the Segway. He goes, "This is not really y'all's team name, is it? ... The Savannah Bananas. ... SMH." Yes, Brett, that is our name.
That is who we are. So that was another good positive review that we love.
Thank you for that review, Brett. Really encouraged by your feedback there.
Before we bring these guys on, I want to do one other tease. We had some special visitors come this past week, and for about the last 6 months, we've been reached out to by TV producers from LA, from New York, about the idea of doing a reality show on what happens in Bananas world. And one flew in from Montana this past week on Friday, was walking around, and is very, very interested, to say the least. And I'd love to know from Bananas Nation, would you be interested in a crazy reality show, and what would you want to see? And because that's part of the topic, we might bring that up in a future episode, but a lot going on, and that was exciting to see this week as well.
And we had some people from Story Brand from Nashville come
Story Brand, a huge entrepreneur business, Donald Miller and their group, they came down, party bus from Nashville, sleeper bus, got here, partied all day with us. They were doing necking it on the field. It was awesome. Great to have these groups coming from all over.
All right, let's get to know these guys. Yes. Who do you want to come up first?
I think we're going to go with Alex Deegan.
Same.
Come on, Alex Deegan. Big round of applause. The fans are going nuts. All right, make sure you put that headphone on.
Come on down. Sorry about the space here.
All right, let's before we get into this, let's get a little bit of background. Alex, what school are you from? You got to learn how to sit. Now, Alex, how tall are you?
9'4".
All right, this is
9'4".
He made it. This is a huge success.
Well done.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'8" and she's tall.
6'8".
I dance like I'm 5'8" though. So.
Yes, you do. He's already calling out. We're gonna get into the dancing. All right.
Making me uncomfortable.
University of Kentucky.
University of Kentucky.
All right. You're from where?
I'm from New Jersey, Central Jersey.
And one of the top prospects in New Jersey coming out of high school.
I was top like 15 prospects.
Why did you choose Kentucky from New Jersey?
So like of all places that offered me, it was the best just academic fit for me. I wasn't like a scholar coming out of high school at all or anything. So,
yes.
My GPA wasn't super high, so just going to Kentucky was a great academic fit for me. Great baseball school too, obviously. Had a great season.
Yeah. And
the season after I committed, they had a fantastic season. So
yes.
It was just the perfect fit for me, University of Kentucky.
And from what I heard, you've increased your velocity. So you started kind of in your low, mid-80s, then got to high 80s, and now have you been touching the 90s yet?
Yeah, no, for sure. When I started in the fall at Kentucky, I was throwing like 84, 87. Made a couple mechanical adjustments.
Yeah.
The weight room a little bit, got a little bit bigger, started eating more, gained some weight. I'm still really skinny, but I was even skinnier before I came to Kentucky. And then come the spring, and just like one day I was out there, started touching 90, 91, and just kept kind of getting up higher and higher.
Coming out from 6'8", that's coming at you.
Right, yeah. So it was some huge adjustments I made to make me a lot better.
Then you had the opportunity to come to Savannah. When did you find out like you had this kind of chance to play summer ball in Savannah?
Yeah, so actually I was hosting a recruit. It was an official visit, and we were sitting in like this team room, and I asked my pitching coach, Coach Bellinger, so where am I going this summer? And I think he knew for like a month already. He was just not telling me. And he said, "You want to play for the Savannah Bananas, the same team that A-Rod played for last year, who was my teammate this year."
Yes.
I was like, "Savannah Bananas, man." And I talked to A-Rod about it, and he was like, "Yeah, no, you're going to have some fun this summer." So I was like, as soon as I found out about that, I looked all up on Twitter that night, and I was like, man, what I got myself into playing for the Bananas this summer.
You thought it was wild, right?
I thought it was insane, yeah. And then just coming down here, it was just more than I could have expected. Like, the videos didn't do as much justice online as it should have. When I talked to A-Rod about it, he was like, y'all got to wear kilts one game. I was like, man, I never played baseball in a skirt before. I know that's going to work.
And with that 6'8", that kilt might be at the high upper thigh. That's going to be very,
So we're going to figure that out a little bit later. But
you know, it's funny.
Kilt game, tune into it. It's going to be a good one.
So Alex, I talked to head coach Tyler Gillum, and he said your dad was here one of the first games. Yes.
Opening, to move in for my host family.
Yep. He helped you over here, and he talked to him. He said, now, he's a little shy at first. It's going to take him a while to fit in. And but once he gets in, he'll start really getting into it. It's just going to take him a little bit.
Yeah.
What did it take you, 10 hours?
It took me probably I'd say 2 days.
2 days.
2 days it took me to fully acclimate myself into the banana culture.
All right, let's get into it. You have become a legend with the dancing.
That's right.
I want to know the first dance you did, the first time going on the dugout. Tell me about what was going through your mind.
Yeah, so I think it took about 3 or 4 home games until I finally saw my name up on the list for player dances, and I was kind of upset the first time because I didn't think I was hot the first night, and I thought I was gonna dance the first night, but I didn't see it. I think Marsh was up there; he did all right, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
By the 4th home game, I finally saw my name up there, and I was like, "This is my time. This is my time to shine right now." So I got on the field. I don't remember what song it was, but I just remember there was like this last move where I just looked at the stands and I kind of gave him a wink, and I pulled my shirt up, and it was Tyler Rowan standing next to me. And I just heard the crowd go, wow. And ever since then, it's just been lights out for me, I feel like, with the dancing. I think I've done 2 player dances since then. I feel like I'm getting better every time. Me and Macy have been working on the side a little bit, too.
No, wait, go on this. What moves are you working on?
So, right now I feel like my signature move is the Dolphin dive. So if y'all were at the home game, this was the last home game we had, I was the ring dude in the last inning.
Yes.
What's the ring dude for the people that know?
So the ring dude is basically, they have ring girls in boxing matches. They basically come up in underwear and they hold up what do they call it? What round it is exactly? Yeah. And so before the 9th inning starts, we'll hold up in a sign that says inning 9, and we're told to act as a ring girl was. So shirts off. It's a family show, so we try to keep it as family as possible. And so I took it a little bit to the extreme, and I took the shirt off. And I did a quick little dolphin dive with it, which is a move Maceo just taught me.
What is a dolphin dive?
Do you want me to show you what a dolphin dive is? On the foot?
If you can. I don't know if we can get the cameras ready for this, but dolphin dive.
To do this?
I'm very intrigued. All right. Okay. I mean, you've been talking about it. So the first ever dolphin dive on Bananas Unpeeled.
Here we go.
This is...
I'm going to go back for a second.
All right, this is taking a level. All right, let's make sure.
It's going to be a pure disaster.
All right, hold
Jump
up.
off the right foot and then shoot the left foot into the air. Are we good?
Wait, so what's the strategy? How does it work?
Okay, so I got to jump off the right foot and then shoot the left foot into the air and then kind of just worm down. So it's like a half worm sort of.
You're like it's like when you dive and then you like really slow down.
Oh, it's kind of that really sensual move.
And Maceo just taught me that one this morning. Like the other morning, I was working.
So instead of working on pitching, you were working on your dolphin dive. Okay, got it.
Camera crew, are we good? We're gonna camera over here.
Yes. All right, here we go.
That was beautiful.
Okay.
Wow.
And then the aggression. That's an aggressive dolphin.
Yeah.
Do you feel? Put your microphone back on. Do you feel like you have to just increase the aggressiveness of your moves?
Yes.
Every night.
100%.
Where does it go from here? I mean, that's already kind of like level 6.
No, but Britney Spears on Friday night was something that I lost on. Tell me about that.
That's right. So the Britney Spears dance. Yeah, that was a good one. Was that the one with that was a double thrust one too?
You were doing double thrust and then the chair fall back like this.
The chair fall back with the hat too. So that was I'd say that was probably my best dance overall, honestly, because that was just with the chairs and everything too, man. That was an impressive dance, I felt like.
How does it feel when you're on the field? You've pitched in front of big crowds, obviously pitched here, but then when you're dancing in front of 4,000 fans and you hear them, how does it feel?
There's nothing like it. You can't compare it to anything else like pitching or when I used to hit or just anything like that. I used to play basketball in high school and state games. Crowds are going wild. You can't compare it to the dancing you have to do out there. It's just not something you're used to. Just going out there and dancing in a baseball game in front of 4,000 people, it's an adrenaline rush first time I did it. And the first time you do, it's kind of like stage fright. You want to be a little bit tentative and timid. But after that, it's just like...
No, you let it go.
You got to let it go. Yeah, you got to
let it go. What are the fans say? We got anything here?
My question for you is, what are your guys saying back home or back at school? Like, what are they saying
So
right
a funny
now?
story about that. I did not realize that these dances actually went out on the live stream during the games. You know that? So I didn't realize my parents were seeing actually what I was doing in the dance streams. I thought this was never going to get back to my parents. So I was FaceTiming my dad yesterday. It's Father's Day.
Yes.
FaceTime my dad with my sister. And he's like, I saw you pulling some edgy moves over there during the game. And I was like, wait, you saw those? And he was like, yeah, I saw them. I didn't realize they live streamed them. So my parents have seen all my dance moves for the most part, so
makes sense.
I'm fully out there now. One of my buddies back home actually sent a video of the Segway. It was on the MLB Network, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Sent
that's
a
right,
picture
that's right.
of the Segway, and I was
Big
like,
Frank's video.
that's the peak of my career right there. Because I was the one that took the Segway back to the bullpen. That was me.
So you were on MLB, yes.
So
What's to come? What are you looking forward to? I mean, obviously the dancing's been fun, but what's next? Because I think you have an opportunity this early in the season to really become one of the biggest fan favorites we've ever had here. Mm-hmm. So what's next for you?
Yeah, for sure. So obviously, baseball is a big part of it, just winning baseball games. Other than that, I'm just going to keep working with Maceo, keep getting my dance moves out. I want to be able to do a backflip by the time I'm done here.
A 6'8" backflip.
Would that be, on the dugout especially too, that could be dangerous. Hope my coaches at Kentucky are gonna watch this. You just say absolutely not doing a backflip, but I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. I'll keep working with Maceo. Maceo is the best in the business, so we're gonna see what happens. And
Christina on Facebook says it. Yow. I suppose to your move there. Get it. Seriously, love watching these guys have fun and dance. I about died with like 40s on the end when they busted out the Britney. She's my fave. LOL. My favorite dance so far.
Nice.
Ha, ha, ha.
Well, and I'll challenge you. I think your dancing is amazing now on the mound. Can you bust one of the dance moves after a strikeout? Because did you strike out the donut hitter, or was it Daniel? I think it was Daniel. We're going to bring Daniel on a second.
I never struck out a donut hitter, no.
But if you have a big strikeout, what move could you have?
See, that's when the backflip would come into play.
Pulls a donut out of his pocket, takes a bite,
throws the donut. That's another opportunity, too.
Or I could just hit a running dolphin dive, too.
I think a dolphin dive off the field.
Off the mound would be electric.
That's impressive.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. Any other unique stories, things that stood out for you?
No. It's just the fan-first atmosphere you all created here. Just like going to the gas station and stuff and seeing people that recognize me. It's unlike any experience I've ever been a part of before. So
well, it's a pleasure having you. Good to have fun.
Thank you,
all right.
Appreciate you, man.
Have fun
Definitely.
this week.
Yes, rock and roll. All right, let's bring on the other crazy guy here.
Going with Daniel
Lloyd. All right. Oh, good right there in front. Daniel, that's a tough act to follow, my friend.
How do you feel about that? All right, tell the people, is he making all this stuff up?
He is not making this stuff up, but in my opinion, I am way better.
Way better dancer.
Way better.
Would the people believe that?
Yes.
All right, let's get some background. First, baseball. All right, coming from the SEC, South Carolina. Tell us a little bit about where you started playing ball in high school, South Carolina. What year are you?
I'll be a sophomore in college now. I am from Summerville, South Carolina, so not very far from South Carolina College. And that's about it.
Right-handed pitcher.
Right-handed pitcher.
And some serious velocity as well.
Did you throw this season as a freshman? Tell the people how much you threw as a freshman.
I started on Fridays
Yep.
this season. I was out of the bullpen, started a Sunday, but mostly Fridays. So I threw a good bit. And
for the Gamecock fans are intense out there. Big crowds.
There's about 8,000 people on a Friday
Yeah.
night.
Oh, yeah. Clemson, there was a lot of people.
Because sometimes y'all play at Greenville Drive Stadium, right?
Yeah, we played them. We played at Greenville Drive Stadium the second game of the Clemson series.
Yeah.
10,000 people.
A lot of people.
Losing their mind.
Losing their minds.
And it's a serious baseball environment. I mean, I remember we played the Gamecocks a bunch at Wofford. I mean, it's serious baseball. It's everything. And you're going through that, 8,000, 10,000 fans, and then you come here. And now, first, we'll get into that second, but background, I mean, you get into the low, midnight. I mean, what have you topped out at this year?
I topped out at 95.
95 miles an hour. All right, that's some serious velocity coming your way. So these guys can pitch.
These guys are actually baseball players. I've now learned.
Yes.
that they can actually throw and hit baseballs.
Yes. So you come here, Daniel, and I remember vividly, after like the second day, it was a Tuesday game, and we had a 2-hour rain delay, and you guys brought so much energy with the fans that were left there. I came in the locker room afterwards, and I said, hey, guys, thank you for keeping up the energy. And you screamed, we love it here. We love it. You started screaming. How has it, I mean, it sounds like it's been something really special, even coming off huge crowds with the Gamecocks.
So I'll be totally honest. At Carolina, I'm a calm kid. I'm very calm. I don't show emotion. And when I first got here and we did the Fan Fest, I was like, where am I at and what did I get myself into?
What stood out at the Fan Fest?
Fan Fest, it was first time we started that Old Town Road video, and I was like, I've never done a music video. Like, what? And then we had Fan Fest. I've signed probably over 100 autographs. I mean, I kind of used to sign autographs.
100 a day, but
yeah, it was like insane. People coming up to you. I was like, who comes to a summer baseball game like this? And so I was very nervous. I'm like a very calm dude, so I was nervous. I was like, what did I get myself into? And then I did the ring dude probably the fourth game. And that is my job now, by the way. No one takes it from me.
So what happened on Ring Dude? Yeah, why is this your job?
Dude, and I was like, all right, I'm taking my shirt off, honestly. I was like, I'm taking it off. I'm breaking it out and took my shirt off, and now I do everything. I'm not afraid to do anything. I love it. I have so much fun with it.
And what's happened on Ring Dude? Like a few times.
I mean, people throw money at me.
So you're making money?
I'm not making money.
People are throwing money at me.
Yeah, so you can't take money. NCAA violation. The money goes into the pot.
Throw money at me. Yeah, it's very funny.
Goes into the Dippin' Dots fund.
The Dippin' Dots fund. Exactly. So what's the most money you've been thrown at in a night?
I think $5 was one night.
One night. Yeah. Did you do anything special that night to attract the fans?
Just started rolling my body after I took my shirt off.
You were rolling your body.
Yeah.
What does rolling your body mean?
Just like,
Okay.
just like that.
Just kind of this weird. Okay. Did they teach you that at South Carolina?
No, Maceo taught me that.
Maceo is teaching all the guys.
I want to hear more about Maceo because obviously at South Carolina, I can't imagine there's a dance coach on the team. What does it mean to have someone like Maceo in the dugout as a dance instructor on a baseball team?
It's awesome. I mean, I love it. Like I would have never danced if I didn't come here. I'm not that type of person.
But now you are.
Oh, I would do it every day.
Do you foresee more baseball teams needing dance instructors?
Yes, 100%.
I think we're changing the game.
Changing the game. We need more dance instructors. Well, what stood out? Any memories or moments that the first, it could be not even at the stadium, it could be outside. What has really stood out for you?
Let's see. Segue. That is.
So you took the game, you went on the mound.
Yes, I've never done that in my entire life, and probably will never do it again after I leave here. So, but that has stand out. The fans are amazing. I love the fans. They're so nice. Always ask for autographs. Come up to you, just very nice to us, and they take care of us. So I love that. But probably the biggest thing is these guys. I love these guys, honestly. They're like brothers again, and I've only been with them for 3 weeks.
Wow, the players, yeah.
I love them. We have a lot of fun. We have dance parties in here. I mean, it's crazy. I love it.
That's awesome.
So what would you tell somebody if you're talking to another freshman or somebody who hasn't played in Savannah before? What would you tell them to expect coming to Savannah, coming into this locker room, being a new guy?
Chaos. Expect chaos. But I mean, you're gonna have the time of your life, honestly. Like, I'm having the time of my life.
That's awesome.
Like, I do not want to leave. Do not want to leave.
Well, let's keep winning. We'll play longer.
I know.
What else?
No, it's just excited to have you. And I think it says a lot. People ask, well, how do the players get a part of this?
Yeah.
And we are appreciative of you guys because you take a chance. I mean, it's so different to come out here and say, a shy guy, you said introverted, that I'm going to do this on a dugout in front of 4,000 fans. And we're just so lucky to have guys that are able to take chances, get out of their comfort zone, and have fun. And I will continue to challenge the guys. Like, it's supposed to be fun. So what else can we do? What else can we do? What other celebrations can we do? And you don't need an answer right now, but think, what can make baseball more fun for you guys, for the fans? And when we start doing that this will be even a better experience for everyone involved. Yeah. So we're glad to have you, my
100%, man. Yeah. All right. Have a good week.
Yes.
All right. But me, Deegan, Kyle Luggs, and Dylan Marsh are the best 4 dancers in history of Savannah.
So you already called it. All right. We're here to hear first.
You heard it here first.
We are.
All right.
Man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Good.
I think that's what's interesting to me that we keep talking about is that, again, these are some of the top prospects in college baseball going into the next couple of years draft, and they come here and they have an absolute blast. We're not getting scrubs.
These are both these guys we just saw today. You're going to see them wearing professional uniforms. They are top pitchers, and I think what's great, I remember when Russell Wilson played for us, you understand what matters most, and it's the impact you're making on people. It's the fans, and you play baseball. It's not just about your own abilities getting better. It's about the impact. These guys understand it, and they're going to play at the next level, and you're going to see a lot of these guys play at the next level. So get a chance to get to know them here when they're so close to the fans. They're passing out roses. They're interacting. They're dancing. At the major league level, you don't get to know the fans. You don't get to know the players like that.
You'll never get it.
And that's what I think is really cool that we're all a part of together.
And then on the other baseball side, we're 9-3.
We are, yes.
First place in the division.
First place in the division. Win a couple games tonight. Best record in the league.
That's what it's all about.
Well, that's not what it's all about, but it is nice to win as well.
That's what it's all about. All right, man. Hey, that's it. We are done for Bananas Unpeeled. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us. Players are killing it on the dance team. They're becoming more professional dancers as we speak.
Yes.
And then, of course, if you get a chance, you've got to meet our first base coach, Maceo. Yep. He is a legend. He is an athlete. He is a superstar. I'll finish with this story. We had camp last week, and 2 kids were in the store, and they walked in, and the one kid looked at the rack of jerseys, and he goes, "Oh, they got the Maceo jersey in here."
Because number 1.
Because all of our jerseys are number 1 in the store.
So all we have is Maceo jerseys.
And all we have is Maceo jerseys. But I was like, oh my gosh, these kids literally think that Maceo is this legend superstar, and I love it.
It's awesome. Good
all
stuff
right, folks,
this week.
Thanks for hanging out with us. See you next Monday.
Yes.